Hey y'all, this is Amanda with She's a Mad Gardener, and today I'm going to be working on transplanting quite a few of my seedlings. About to start my third round of seedlings. I have everything from some veggies to annual flowers such as petunias to cut flowers such as asters and daisies, things along those lines. And so basically what I'm going to be doing is I've had them out in my greenhouse for a little bit, and they are ready to either transplant into the ground or into a larger pot for when I am ready to get them into my garden. So can't wait to show you guys the process of this and give you an update on all those seedlings. As a reminder, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and please hit that notification button as well so you know when my latest videos are out. Okay, here's my little greenhouse out here, and I've got several seedlings going on in here. I've got some delphiniums back in here. I've got, I believe those are oh no, those are actually scabiosas. I had some cherry caramel phlox that did not do well, so I'm going to be getting rid of those. Some of it did do really well right there. I have a ton of basil, cinnamon basil, Thai basil, and purple opal basil, which all looks fabulous in there. I have some cherry tomatoes that are ready to go out. They look a little limp. It looks like they need some water, but I think they need bigger pots. Actually, I might go ahead and plant them in really big pots. I have some cucumbers that are ready to climb. You can see all their little tendrils ready to go. These over here are some king size apricot asters. These over here are the timeless mix of ageratum, which is beautiful. So these are all ready to get potted up into either larger pots or be put directly into the ground. So I keep all of my nursery pots each year so that I can use them for seedlings. So you see these flats, and I'm able to get 18 plants in each flat. And so I fill it with a regular potting soil, and I plant each seedling, making sure to firmly place it in there and make sure I have the dirt packed around it fairly well. I want the seeds to have somewhere to go, and I don't want it all to fall apart when I do go to replant it in my garden. I do not add a fertilizer at this point because I do water all of my seedlings in the greenhouse using Super Thrive. If you haven't used that, that's a water-soluble fertilizer, and since I utilize that in the greenhouse, I don't stress about doing it in each of these individual pots. Once I get them out into the actual garden, I will apply plant tone into the hole for each of these seedlings. Look at my sweet puppy dog just hanging out. She loves to be with her mama. But anyway, I love spending a day just repotting all these seedlings. It brings me a lot of joy to see all the success. You probably noticed me peeling off the netting from the little peat pods. So if you use those, I prefer to remove the netting. I do know it's biodegradable, but I'd rather just peel it off and let all the roots do their thing. Here I'm going to be potting up some of my cherry tomato seedlings, and I did want to just make sure I touched on this with you guys. You want to bury your tomato seedlings as deep as possible because everywhere that there's a leaf, if you pull those leaves off and bury it in the ground, they will grow more roots, which is going to make the plant healthier, make the plant more stable, and make the plant more productive. So remember, when you are planting up your tomato seedlings, make sure you bury them as deep as possible, making sure we get multiple sets of leaves underneath the soil so it can grow more roots. Once you have all of your seedlings, once you have all of your seedlings potted up into their new pots, make sure you water them well. Like I said before, I utilize a water-soluble fertilizer called Super Thrive that I like to use on my seedlings when they're in the greenhouse. So be sure that you're taking care of them, making sure that they stay moist, not overly wet, and making sure that they do not dry out. Okay, we're on the side yard and I am going to pop in some king size apricot asters back here and some ageratum, a timeless mix of the ageratum in this area, so I'll get some nice height of some cut flowers. Crying baby? Huh? You want to give him a push up? Well, we can help you, buddy. Okay, once I got everything potted up, it's gone back into the greenhouse. Everything's looking really good. I also moved out some other seedlings. I've got a lot of petunias going, so those are doing well too. These are hollyhocks that have been planted up. These are lupines. These are the scabiosas that I had already planted up. Look at these delphinium doing fabulous. Everything's looking really good. Even had this surprise. Need to get these planted ASAP because I've already got some pickles going. Which are pickles? Cucumbers. I'm growing them specifically for pickles. I also pinched back all of my basil. So basically I went in, I found where 2 new stems would be coming up from a leaf node, and I cut off the middle part. And then that allows these to kind of bush out and get thicker. So I cut back every single one of the seedlings for the basil, and you can already see all the new growth coming up where that cut was made. Okay, a lot of my seedlings I've got planted out here in the landscape. These are all asters. And then I have a lot of scabiosa that's in the back, or actually I take it back. I think that these are scabiosa too. I should have labeled everything, y'all. I'll know when it blooms though. And then over here I have a lot of the ageratum, which is just uber happy. Gosh, is that, we might be getting buds already. Sweet. There's phlox, that cherry caramel phlox. Doing really well. All my seedlings are looking really, really good. This bed is going to be, I mean, full to here of cut flowers very soon. Okay, y'all, thanks so much for joining me on this update of seedlings. So if you haven't seen that video already, I have been growing seedlings indoors and then bringing them outdoors to acclimate to the weather. And then what I was doing today is going through and repotting them into larger plants until I'm ready to get them into the ground. Or actually a lot of these are going to friends' homes as well, because I was experimenting. I really wanted to see what I was able to do. And pretty much so far, I've grown over 200 seedlings. And that's only 2 rounds of seeds. I mean, it wasn't that hard, y'all. It wasn't that hard. It went really, really well after I got a really good setup going, and then getting them outside, acclimated to the weather, getting them potted up, and then they're just happy as a lark, either in the ground or in my greenhouse right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this update on the seedlings. If you haven't, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when all my latest videos are out. And as always, she's a mad gardener or decorator or anything else that she wants to be.